Brittany Weiner. Welcome to Freedom Trail TV, where freedom of speech is here on the streets of Boston. Today's topic, what are your thoughts about the new healthcare reform?
Well, I don't know. I think it's huge. I think it'll make a history one way or the other. Time will tell how good it is. And so I think for the rest of us who are not politicians, we will have to wait and see.
I'm completely against it. I think it's terrible what they've done. It's going to put us back years in terms of healthcare, I'm afraid. It's going to be expensive, and I think our quality of care is going to go down.
I'm not really all sure. The thing I don't like about the idea is I worked 52 years and paid in Social Security in 1956, and they claim they're going to take $500 billion out of Social Security. I question this very much.
Like many Americans, I'm uninformed in the sense that the numbers, I haven't really had a chance to look at the process of making the numbers. The idea is great, but will we have to pay for it down the line is always a question that needs to be answered.
What's wrong with socialism is what I would say. Even if it is, what's wrong with socialism?
So what are your thoughts about the new healthcare reform that was passed last night?
Well, long time in coming. A lot of political capital has been expended. I think it puts the president in a stronger position politically. It covers people who didn't have insurance, which I think is the start. The provisions of that 2,000-page bill I'm not conversant with, but it does finally provide coverage. People who will be allowed to purchase it who don't have it now, who sorely need it because the cost of health care is so excessive.
I'm really not up to date with politics or anything like that. I was on vacation in New Hampshire, so...
What's your thoughts on universal health care?
I really can't comment. I'm not educated enough to actually have a proper opinion, so...
Oh, well, I think healthcare reform is really important, and I think it needs to happen. I'm not exactly sure what's in the bill, and I'm sort of excited to see what happens in the Senate, because that's where it'll either live or die.
And what's your thoughts on the big scheme of universal health care?
I think maybe single payer is not the way to go, but we do need to provide health care to everybody, because we end up paying for it in the end.
Yeah, we're just getting people's reactions to the health care being voted in last night, so what are your thoughts or comments?
I think the healthcare bill, it is a transition to a new system in which the healthcare will be more universal, and it will change the balance of power between the public and the healthcare industry.
I didn't even know it was passed at this point. That's really pathetic of me. I think it should be public option, and you should have a choice whether you want private or public.
And where are you from?
I'm from Tunisia. I teach at Suffolk University. I'm professor of finance.
Awesome. And what's the healthcare like out from your country?
The healthcare in my country it is public. So in a sense, the major hospitals are publicly funded, but there is insurance companies regarding to cover, of course, the patients, and they just changed nowadays to a new system like the US. In a sense, with the primary care, you have to see the primary care physician, and then you get reimbursed. So they were pushing many doctors to be members of the system, and that will really reduce the burden on the government in a sense.
I think it's great. I hope it works. It has to be tinkered with, but we should do it.
I'm not really sure. I actually just came here this year, so I don't know a whole lot about it.
Where are you from?
Ireland.
Oh, cool. What was the healthcare like from out in Ireland?
It's more in line with what they're changing it to now in the US, so everyone does have access to healthcare.
Not quite sure what it's been up to this date, but I think it's the greatest thing you've ever done.
We have a similar system in Australia, and it works fabulous.
Yeah, and there'll be some problems to start with, and they'll always get people objecting to it, but in the long term it's a great thing for USA. We should have had it years ago.
Do you guys have universal health care in Australia?
Yes, we do. Yeah.
And you like it?
It's a great thing.
I don't know what to think about it. Either way, the consumer we're lost. We lose. The insurance companies, HMOs are the winners all around, no matter what happens.
Oh, somewhere in this favored land.